everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to adjust my, I felt like I was about to fall off. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue, who helps me. And no, you don't help, do you? It is almost the end of March, and almost Easter. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. And I'll discuss that later. I have to be very quick today. So I have, this was one of my Wicco projects for March. And I have a whole nother week, so I can start on the next one because I finished this one. Wait, it goes this way. And I just have to do some serious measurements because I'm like, do I have enough fabric? That's why I ended up with such a short thing. I was like, I don't know if it's going to fit. And I started this one way too close to the one that was above it. So I think I have enough fabric without them running over each other. But I'm going to do some careful measurements. And I did decide to just go ahead and start on the last one, which is this one, so that I would have all three done and be able... I'm not making them into pillows, at least I don't think I am. Now that the edges are so short, maybe, but I bought... it's a little box. Now, yes, there's only 3 of these, but it's exactly the right size to put these on it. And if I put it where I could change it out, then it's a seasonal thing, and then inside I can put, like, you know, depending on the season, you know, flowers or what have you. So I thought I would do that instead. We'll see. I haven't finished them yet. And FYI, I have a tendency when I purchase a pattern, when I go to kit it up, if I see something that I feel like I can use to finish it, I usually get it at or very close to the same time, which is how I got that paddle that I put Daisy May on. I had purchased Daisy May, and I saw that paddle and I could see what it would look like. And so yeah, it was way before I actually finished it, but I had it when I was done. Unfortunately, that also means I have a collection of things. I have a collection of patterns I've purchased and kitted up. I go and buy the threads and stuff right away usually. Tons of those. The finishing things take up a lot more space. That's okay. I bought a box. Okay, so I finished that, but I do still want to start on the other one. Possibly, maybe. I have I feel like I'm very, very close to finishing Fresh Lemonade. I'm not as close to finishing it as I feel like I am, but you know. So this is where I am. Now, these little lemon splashes go up higher, and this pattern comes around over here. Over here, there's some more lemons. It's hard to see. Right there. So, I'm going to finish this lemon right here, but in this lemon was this darker yellow. I don't know if you can tell. It's just barely darker. I think it should be a lot more, but it's a little bit easier to see in person. You see this little darker yellow? Well, that color is the same color as the word lemonade. And So I had run out of this color partway through the splash. So I went ahead and did this color here so that I could make the lemon wedge look like a lemon wedge. But then I thought I'll just drop down and use up the rest thread here, and then I'll get more to finish that and then do the lemons on this side. But I don't know if I could finish it by the end of March. I would like to, but it doesn't really matter because it's just kind of a, I want to do it in the spring kind of thing. So, yeah. And then I've been working some more on, and yes, I'm rushing through everything because I have 20 more minutes before I have to pick up my sister, and I still have to drive there. Yeah. Okay, so hands-on design, strawberry, and my flowers do not show up like that. They show up better in this light than they do where I'm stitching, but I thought about it and I decided I'm just gonna leave them and just finish stitching it the way the chart calls for. I was hoping once I stuck the leaves in that they would show up better, and you know, did the centers and stuff, and they really don't. But I'll live with it. Because otherwise, you know, I'd have to try to figure out a different thread or backstitch around them or what have you. And unless when it's that row is done, I really hate it, I'm not going to do any of those things because in a certain light they show up. And this is for me, and it's just going to be a berry sitting on my table, and you know. So. And then, Happy Hanukkah, Erica Michaels. I'm working on the pillow, not the berry. I probably won't do the berry. I don't know. I love berries, but we'll see. And I'm doing this as a gift for my brother-in-law. If I don't get it done by his birthday, I'll give it to him near Hanukkah. So I've gotten a little bit more done on the menorah. I'm not, you know, I kind of put aside these other two things so I could finish that hands-on design thing. And, well, the triple play pillow. But it's always like, okay, which one do I work on? And whatever one you're working on, you're like, I should be working on that other one. You know, the WIPGO deadlines are a suggestion, and technically I could work on whatever I want, right? But when you're working on something for a gift, you kind of sort of want to make sure you get it done on time. It doesn't happen. Okay. And then we have Stitchin' Mommy's Temperature Turtles, and of course I'm working on one of the, I don't remember which way it is, one of these top turtles. And so here we are in March so far. And you can tell it was pretty temperate and then really cold. And then it got really hot again. And then yesterday, the day before, really cold. It was like a 20-degree drop in temperature. Yeah, it went back to the 60s. As a matter of fact, sitting here right now, I'm freezing. This room, I turned the heat off because I didn't want to turn on the air, but or maybe I turned on the air but knew it wouldn't come on. And I didn't go put the heat back on. So the house is very cold. But it's starting to warm up. It's supposed to get up to like 73 or something today, so. And I shouldn't complain. I don't want it to be roasting hot already. However, I would like it to be over 100 for more than a few days so that I could go swimming. So. All right, racing right through. Okay. Yeah, I said, well, do I do it now? If I didn't do the video now, I probably wouldn't get to it till late afternoon. It's just the way things are. So I couldn't stand it any longer. I went to the attic. And I was like, hopefully they won't have all the patterns that I saw that I wanted. Yeah. So I did get, let me figure out which order I want to do it in. Okay. I did pick up the third berry. This one is blackberry berry. Very cute. And I got Sweet Wing Studio, Far Better Things. This has been a favorite movie of my son's and mine since he was a young child. So I really liked this one. But the called for on this is 32 count artichoke linen by Witchelt. I wanted 32 count if I was going to use, any kind of even weave or linen or whatever. I wanted 32 count. I have 32 count fabrics, but they've all been used for something else. So I was afraid that I wouldn't have a piece that I could use for this. It's not that big. It's 108 by 89, but I was afraid that I wouldn't have anything suitable that was large enough because, cutting it up for a berry, whatever. So I got, this is 32 count Lugana in Stormy Clouds, but it's a different color. Now I've bought Stormy Clouds before, but this is, this one has a greener hue to it. I don't know if you can tell. It looks just as white as, it's not white. It's, it looks a little bit greener. And if you look at the pattern, that doesn't look exactly green either, so I thought that would work. I do have a Stormy Clouds, but it is not the same color. And then Sweet Wing Studio, Goodness and Mercy. I love this little bird. Now, I don't know that I'm going to do that in white. Maybe I will. But I was thinking of putting a little top knot on this little bird to make it look like a quail. I love quail. And there's so many quail outside my front door. I mean, you go outside and there's quail everywhere you look. All different sizes because they're different families and stuff like that. And I just love them. And I fell in love with this bird, but I kept seeing it as a quail. However, that would mean lifting this border up just a little bit. So I'm not sure. We'll see. I'd have to like chart it out and see, what I would have to do before I get started. And so I did purchase some fabric. It's not in yet. That it's not the called for, but it's very much like this, because that one I know I'm using scraps and like the little piece for the little piece that I'm doing lemonade on. It's about that same color, I think, that I ordered. And I wanted to make sure I had a piece big enough, and of course I will have more to use for other stuff. And then, lastly, I got Botanical Bee. Oh, I just love this. Just love it. And I think it is very popular, hands-on design. But that fabric. Now the called for here is 32 count Juniper Fabrics by Stephanie. And when I was there, she said, well, she showed me a blue that I thought was absolutely gorgeous, and I can't remember what it was called, but I think it'd be perfect for this. And it is 32 count. But I've discovered that I really love working on Lugana, and that's probably because I stitch in hand, and I like the weight of the fabric. And so I was asking for Lugana. And because if I'm going to purchase more fabric, I want the fabric to be something that I like working with. So, yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Hopefully I can get this uploaded before I have to, not before I have to go get my sister, because I have to go get her right now, but hopefully I can upload it before I have to go to my own appointment later on this afternoon. And so you won't have to wait, and I won't forget. So I'll see you again next week. I may or may not have to start on that Narnia one, since I have the fabric. We'll see. And I will talk to you again soon.